Everything that I'm using comes from the earth. Growing up, that's what we were taught. I'm a part of the earth. We go back to the earth. Everything that we consume, it don't matter what kind of material. My name is Alex Beeshligaii. Beeshligaii means silver in Navajo. Since '93, I've been doing this because the affiliation with my name. I don't consider myself an artist. It's more or less like a craftsman. It's just the process to mold the metal, the rocks, grind them, the shells. It's a lot of work put into it. A lot of this I learned from other artisans. One of my main influences was in high school, and his name was Sherwood Nunkima. He was an art teacher. He used to watch me do soldering, cutting designs out of silver, and he used to tell me, do this, do this, do this. And I was like, nah. But I ended up coming back to this and doing this. The stonework, this kind of work, I learned from a guy named Alan Wallace, who's a Washoe Maidu. Another guy named Rick Manuel locally, he's Tono Odd. He does fine overlay. Those are probably my three major influences. Of course, I have to give credit to my mother for giving me life and teaching me the songs and prayers that go with life. Growing up, we came from a family that we were taught about prayers, and when we were given these prayers and songs, that's what makes us go. It's a part of what they call a small blessing way. It's a protection song that they give you. When you sing that protection song, you sing to it, you pray to it. That's going to be beneficial for that individual, and that they will wear it with pride. Fallen?
Almost.
It's on this side, huh? Tap.
At first, it was a way for me to earn a little bit of pocket change as a kid, but at the same time, it was the only time I had to spend with my dad. It was the only time I had to learn about my history or my culture.
He's been learning since probably like 9 years old, so he can know where that name came from and how to use these materials as I've taught him.
Growing up, I didn't really have like a whole lot of identity. I felt like I felt really separated, and so I just wanted a connection in order to deal with, I guess, the duality of being a half-breed is what we called this when we were younger, but since I was half Navajo and half white, it was the only way to learn about my native culture, and that was every summer, every month off I got, I'd come out here and do a little bit of jewelry and learn a little bit more.
Every couple turns, you got to anneal it, because if you don't, it separates, because the molecules have to come back together. So there's a little bit of science and whatnot involved what you do with this. Here we have to do this by hand when we go through the process to get the thickness that we need. It's easier to go to the store, but I rather put in my own effort into it to make sure, to ensure the people that I know everything's handcrafted. That was inspired by my daughter with Missing Murder Indigenous Women series. He made the design, and so we incorporated that. And then the other pieces were bolo ties that were sand casts, and those were the basket series, like a Apache basket and Navajo basket, and those are just reflecting the baskets that we see for Navajo wedding basket ceremonies, and then the Apache basket used for utilitarian purposes. I think that each time I work with my kids, they do something, I work with them, they work with me, and whatever piece goes that we work together, those are very meaningful to me.
Without his knowledge, I wouldn't be able to create some of the pieces that I've over the years. He's taught me everything from soldering techniques, different ways of forming metals. He's given me a ton of information that I probably wouldn't have learned through a classroom setting, but probably would have had to have developed like he did over a long time. It's a part of our family history, and I want to pass that on, keep that legacy alive.
It's like a spiritual journey to me that's embedded in here. Also, my background's embedded in here. No matter who wears it, who buys it, still has my DNA, my son's DNA. So in that sense, it's a part of us. It's always going to be part of us.